Welcome to the kingdom.
Mm.
The
mm.
castle. Welcome to my world.
The Disney
Castle.
Disney Princess Castle, maybe.
Oh, you just dropped Disney didn't sponsor this. We can't talk about it.
I can talk about Disney if I want.
Why would you do that?
I don't like a lot of Disney video games.
The classic ones were pretty good, like Disney Afternoon.
What game is that?
It's a pack. It's called the Disney Afternoon Collection.
You know, most people go to like the Mickey Mouse Castle Illusions or
it
the
is.
Lion King or Aladdin ones that were good, and
I'm telling you, it has
you're
like
getting your cereal box games.
All right, if any of you out there are familiar with the Disney Afternoon Collection, please tell him about it. I think it had like DuckTales and they had a bunch of them. I don't want to say the wrong ones because I don't know for sure if they were in the collection, but anyway,
It was great.
Please tell him it exists. It's a thing. I might even own it on Steam.
You probably do. You
don't know if
buy
I
all
played
sorts
it.
of.
No, hey,
Hey,
Disney games were good back in the day.
yeah, some were pretty good,
Quality.
solid.
Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, good old Chip and Dale.
We don't talk. Anyway, down to business.
Today we have
Something special, something portable.
have.
I was going to do the Halo music again.
Oh,
We're dropping everything.
no, you're not doing the Halo. This is not Microsoft products.
Well,
You're not doing-
Microsoft
you're not doing
might
Halo
be
music.
trying to put their products on there.
Man,
Newsflash. Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoa.
a PlayStation Portal.
Portal.
So,
Is it portable?
oh gosh,
The Vita.
like, subscribe.
Like, subscribe, thumbs up, unpack, reboot, enjoy
Yeah, whatever. This one's done, guys.
our
Just
unboxing videos.
just Google the Portal.
The PlayStation Portal.
Oh. Lost all desire
We
to care.
already lost everybody. We've already hit our time limit. Am I supposed to take it on out?
Yeah.
Let's go here first. All right. So what is this thing? So, I put it behind the other box. That was rude. All right. So, your handheld gateway to your PS5 games. Get access to the games on your PS5 console over your home Wi-Fi. So you got to have the game in your system or a digital copy on your PS5.
All right, that's pretty much what it does.
That's what it does.
That's
There are
about
no,
it.
but we have to tell them this. There are no native games. It's simply a streaming device. You have to be on Wi-Fi. Not on the same network, though, right? Like you
Right.
could be
you
in your
can-
hotel.
So,
There we go. He's done with the box. Now we're on to this box. And it's got French on it. Ah,
it's
there's a tag.
very tricky.
Look at this. It's like some Indiana Jones stuff here.
So I have synced this to my PS5 already, but I wanted him to have the semi-full experience of opening
What
it
do
up.
we have here?
That's
There
the
is
power
a
cord.
Power cord stuffed in the lid of the box. They have to have the full experience too here. All right, so here we are.
Full experience.
Full experience. So you can see it's quite nice. Very slick. I mean, for the
So it is $199.99.
it's heavy. It's about a Steam Deck size, wouldn't you say?
It's almost identical Steam Deck size. Weighs quite a bit less.
Still has some weight though. Nice. I like that flat screen there.
And
That's
so
pretty cool.
these are now, they're still difficult to get, but as of this week, they seem to be coming in more regularly to order and purchase. You got your lovely startup here. You do have to hold down the power button for a second. You got your volume up, volume down, and then you have their little ARC wireless connection. Otherwise, you have a cut-in-half PS5 DualSense controller, minus the touchpad. The analog sticks are slightly smaller than the controller.
They are.
Which,
I can tell.
when you're using it, to me, it's not noticeable at all.
I mean, they're nice. They got some nice
Clicky.
click. No, I was actually not going to talk about the clicky. they fling themselves back to the middle. There's a word for that, and it's not coming to me.
Yeah, go find technical reviews, because that's not coming from this
Flicking the
side.
analog back to the middle. Okay. He is right that you can tell it's smaller, but they feel good. And this is just me giving my initial opinion. I actually had not held one until today. Feels really good. Like, I love the grip on the sides.
Yeah, the ergonomics are great.
Yeah,
And the weight's nice for it. The screen size. The screen size is actually an inch larger than the Steam Deck.
very nice responsive triggers.
It has full haptics like the regular controller, and then it has the responsive triggers where if you're playing like Call of Duty, different guns, the triggers have different pressing points and they feel different. So it has all the full capabilities of a PS5 controller, which, if you've gotten to use one, I now think it's one of the better controllers out there, simply because of how nice the haptics feel and how well the triggers work. So
It's quite nice. It's
this
very modern looking.
Yeah, the setup is very easy. You basically turn it on, sign in to connect to a Wi-Fi. It shows a QR code. You can scan with your phone, log in that way, or type in your information, and it asks you which console you want to connect to. And that was it. Mine had 2 updates, I think, when I first got it, but not everybody's probably going to have that, depending on when you get it. That was it. Pretty painless setup, and it just works. So when you first turn it on, you get your nice PlayStation logo, and once you hit that button, if your PS5 is in rest mode, it automatically just wakes up your PS5 as soon as you turn this thing on.
I don't know if you can pick up on it, but the
you
little blue lights is nice detail running down the controller grip.
And it does have a microphone, so you can mute your microphone up here on the top.
We want the one that works on the white LED table.
Yeah. If your device does not work on this LED table, then too bad.
We don't want it.
Or if you just want to send it to us and we'll test it on an LED table.
If you want to watch your device fry
Yeah, I mean,
on this beautiful table, just send it. We'll put it on here and see what happens.
So see, it does see, you got your remote play connected.
Very nice.
PS5, it's your PS5 dashboard. I mean, we're connected.
Simple.
So
easy.
Once you set it up, you turn it on, you're probably in here in less than a minute, and you're good to go. So
what happens if somebody tries to play your PS5 right now?
I think you just have the little remote play warning up there.
Oh, okay.
But the graphics, I mean,
that is incredible.
so it's
Like that is a nice big screen. I mean, it is pretty.
yeah, that's one thing you can count on with Sony at all times. Sony's not gonna have a bad screen on any device.
No.
So, I mean, you're not really gonna be able to see it. We'll have some other footage, but you can. It's a very nice screen. You got so.
So the volume was down. I'm gonna turn it up. The sound is awesome. Really vibrant colors. Like you said, the screen is second to none. I don't see any issues in latency.
We'll go through this.
Okay, we're gonna go through this instead.
I have a Wi-Fi mesh network. It's a pretty decent setup.
What's the password?
I love Greg.
That's a horrible password and oddly strange.
So, I originally had my PS5 wireless and then I tried to hook this up just to see how it would work. It ran well, but I definitely had frame rate issues, had artifacting on the screen. I didn't really want to wire in my PS5 because it's on the other side of the room from the router, but I went ahead and wired it because pretty much the main solution. So after I wired it, I did not have any issues at all. The only time I had an issue was if my PS5 was downloading an update for a game at the same time you were playing, which, I mean, it makes sense. You're using all your bandwidth.
Why would you do that?
It was downloading something.
Oh, jeez.
So after that, though, it worked perfect. I've only had one small hiccup. I mean, that just could have been an internet spike. There's not much of a delay. I've tested shooters. I've tested Call of Duty. Been playing a lot of Spider-Man on it. Like, it works.
A lot of times they tell you the same thing. They find something online, try some setting changes. So it may work, or they redo it like he said, you know, put a mesh network in.
There's a lot of people that said you decrease your PS5 resolution to 1080p because technically your PS5 is still putting out a signal even with the TV off. So it's putting out a 4K signal. It's getting downgraded to 1080p for this. But I don't want to then turn on my PS5 at 1080p on a 4K TV and then have to go into settings when I want to play on my PS5 and change it back. And then also, I do have a PSVR 2, and I wasn't sure if I started messing with the resolution settings on my PS5, if that would also mess up my resolution for the PlayStation VR. I didn't see anyone else mention that. And I don't want a terrible experience where I'm sitting there messing with settings all the time. Other people also said literally they unplug their HDMI cable because then it makes the PS5 stop sending a video signal out. But even then you're plugging you have to hook your PS5 back up every time.
I mean, I guess if it's a way to play your expensive device.
Yeah, if it's the only way to do it, then it's the only way to do it.
Might have to do what works for you. But ideally, if you have the right setup, this thing's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Have you used it outside of your network?
I have not yet. I do have a mesh network, and I've taken it between routers, and I didn't notice any difference. I did also set this, though, to have a high priority setting on my Wi-Fi. There are some other people that say setting things to static IP and all that stuff helps. Most people aren't going to do that. I wanted to try to keep it as out-of-the-box experience as I could. It works. It's great.
So overall, plug it in, see what happens, and then don't try anything unless it doesn't work right.
Yeah, I mean, you'll know. I mean, I would highly recommend wiring the PS5. That was a huge difference. But after that, if it doesn't work for you when you just wire it in, it just depends how devoted to this device you might be. We have a little bit more to cover, I think.
We have more don't rush the video. Jeez.
You can't use wireless headphones on this unless you buy the Sony ones. It does have a headphone jack in the bottom, so you can do that.
And how much are the Sony ones?
I believe they're $200. I think that's on sale, but I see them mostly $200.
Not on Kickstarter?
Nope. They exist. There's that issue.
So now we're up into about PS5 territory.
Yeah, you're getting up to 400. I mean, the headphones are as much as the Portal.
Yeah.
If you happen to have
a friend.
No, because I definitely don't have any friends. If you happen to have a Steam Deck. Steam Decks can also stream from your PS5.
Just for comparison.
And this is a Steam Deck OLED. The screen looks really almost identical. I think the OLED is, well, there's a larger border on the Steam Deck one. Colors are pretty much identical. I think there's a little less glare on the OLED screen. You can also install a program on your Steam Deck to stream from your PS5. Also,
wait, there's more.
You have one of these devices, which you probably don't.
A Dreamcast.
A Logitech G Cloud also streams to your PS5. However, it is a open Android platform, so you can install emulators, stream Game Pass, stream to your PC, or you have an ROG Ally, has Windows, you can download the Remote Play to stream. 4 different ways to stream to my PS5. Streaming quality wise, they all work the same, pretty much. I had one little spike on the Steam Deck, but like I said, I think that could have been just internet.
So that brings a whole new wrench into this now.
If you already have a Steam Deck,
Do you really want?
the Portal? The Portal does get 6 to 8 hours of battery life.
My Steam Deck definitely does not.
Well, most of the time, but when you stream on a Steam Deck, the original Steam Deck, I think you'll probably get up to 4 hours. Mm-hmm. The OLED has a little bit bigger of a battery. I think you'll get up to 6. The Logitech G Cloud, the screen is definitely not as nice. The analog sticks aren't as nice.
Nope.
You don't get the haptic triggers. It does have nice haptic feedback, probably better than the Steam Deck. Gets 10 to 12 hours of battery life. So that's where this thing is tough. If you only want to stream your PS5, which the other kicker is, if you have the PlayStation Plus level that lets you stream games, this can't stream the game. This only streams what's installed on your PS5. It's not like Game Pass where you just get to stream games.
Interesting.
So,
kind of adds another spin on it, doesn't it?
I will say this by far has the best feedback, like haptics, by far. To me, the Steam Deck's haptics are pretty garbage. There's not much there. The Ally's haptics they're there, but they're not very strong. The G Cloud is pretty decent, but they're nowhere near the levels of what you're used to. So
interesting.
That means, in my situation, how much do I love the controls?
In the situation where I own 57 different devices, you know.
And I guess the other good thing is if you own large size Steam library and you do the Netflix thing where you just sit there scrolling for 20 minutes trying to pick a game to play.
You scroll for 20 minutes on Netflix?
Man, I've watched
You don't just close your eyes and then hold it and listen to the and just pick something?
I'll try that next time.
You should. It's wild. Just
so
go through all the genres and
this does make me focus in though.
Yeah.
And have a less selection, probably get started playing quicker. So
we got a thing, and this one's going to be hard to rate because I feel like we got to rate it on its own. But now that we brought these into it, can we do that? I don't know. All right, let's hit it. Hit me with a con.
The headphone thing.
The mighty dollar spoke on that one.
Yeah, I tried to, they've tried to say it's something to do with helping the streaming or something, but I don't have streaming issues with any of these devices, and they all support Bluetooth headphones.
Can the Sony ones work on here?
Yeah, I think they also do. Yeah.
Nice try.
So, the volume doesn't really go quiet enough if you're actually like trying to play and someone else is trying to sleep or something. And you're sitting there playing Call of Duty, shooting nukes and stuff like that.
And that is a big one. First of all, you buy the PS5. You want the whole setup. Then you're like, well, I got a PS5. I don't want to buy a Steam Deck. I want to play portable. They're like, okay, well, let me buy this. Well, crap, I need headphones because I'm too loud. You're looking at like $1,000. Man, that's a big one.
It is by far the cheapest device on the table.
Let's be honest. They're just trying to Apple this up. They're
for sure.
One device to another to another. It's a chain reaction. That is a really big con.
The other thing is it literally does nothing else. It is a custom version of Android, so it could do more. But it literally does nothing. Like, in my opinion, it should be able, if you have the higher tier of PlayStation Plus, you should be able to just stream games straight to this and not connect to a PS5.
Right.
Like,
that would have taken some more work in it. So that's a wish list. But for what I'm trying to keep it what it is, and that's hard right now. That is really hard for me because, like you said, that's what it does. But it's not like they're hiding it. That's
what you're getting.
It does. If you just. Some people are like, yeah, I travel, I go to a hotel room. I don't know if the streaming will be worth it in a hotel room, but, they just want to play their PS5 games.
It is what it is. No surprises to it. You're not going to be like when everybody got a Steam Deck, for instance, it was, I can boot into Linux, I can install emulators, I can install this random software, I can do whatever I want. I can turn it into a full-blown computer. Yeah. This, you're turning it on and it connects to your PS5, and that's what you get.
Yeah, I don't really have any other cons. Those were pretty big. It's, it doesn't have a lot of cons. It's well built. Like I said, everything about it is fine. I think we've kind of hit those. We don't need to repeat them. Everything from the screen
controls,
to the build.
Quality, battery life, it's all good.
Yeah. You know, if you like your PS5 controller, you're gonna love this. It's like a split controller, basically. Clearly one of the better screens, sounds. I mean, like you said, they do it right.
I think this will be one of the times that if I didn't have 800 handhelds,
for that one,
100% unpack this thing. If I have a PS5 and I enjoy it, it's a good price. It's $200. If you're a PS5 gamer and not a retro game, unpack it. If you want retro games,
if you just want to play your PS5 in a portable way, that's it. You're done. You no more wishes. That's all you get to do. If you, like he said, if you have other desires to play PlayStation Plus, anything else, then you better look at a different device. I'm gonna go ahead and unpack it as well. What it does really well. Unpack it. You know, it does what it advertises. The headphones, you know, a little sore spot.
Yeah.
But you know, are we surprised? I mean, everybody does it nowadays. It's like a hardware microtransaction, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you can get the 3mm, like 3.5mm to Bluetooth adapters and stuff. I mean, there's ways around it.
Yeah.
It's just annoying.
I know we usually end on that note, but I do think, you know, wish list for this. If Sony chooses, you know, I don't know how, I think this one's doing well. I know they've been hard to get, so it's kind of hard to have the overall picture. If they do another model or take it a step further, I would almost do a hybrid thing, you know, have it stream plus some other streaming game options.
My thinking is this device is a test for how well it sells if they want to jump back into a real handheld market.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, the PlayStation handhelds,
yeah,
I love the Vita. That was one of my favorite ever. They can do it. They just ran out of support for the games, unfortunately for that. But
so
I agree. Maybe it is. Maybe it's their entryway back in, especially the direction the world's going in. You know, streaming, physical games are out the door this year in 24, especially with the Switch 2 on the horizon. I mean, you know, we could have some handheld wars.
Here's the point that a lot of people go after. This is $200. An original Steam Deck, you can probably get a used one, maybe $300. You can get refurbished ones all day straight from Valve for $350.
Not a GameStop.
No, it goes. No, we don't.
We'll talk about that some other time.
GameStop refurbished. Enjoy.
Yeah, I've been there.
As of right now, simply the fact, due to the battery life, and it probably has the best handheld controls of any of these devices due to the haptics.
Yeah.
Because of those things, I do see it getting playtime.
Well, if you got all of them and you do have that, you might as well use that for the streaming with the PS5. I mean,
right. Because, you know, if you play a PS5 game and then you try to play it on a Steam Deck, you're going to miss those controls, the haptics and everything.
Right.
So
me, I'm more into the device itself. You know, I mean, I can appreciate haptics and, you know, even to the point of the grips and all that, but I will sacrifice that stuff to do more on a machine. Hopefully you got some information out of that one, and tell your friends, subscribe.
Celebrate with that guy all you want.
Go Chiefs.